everyone, my name is Tara Coach T. Gibson, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of All Black. All Black is a newly launched grassroots company that is an accumulation of my life's work in coaching, mentoring, and, well, living while Black. I would love for you to visit our website and follow us on social media to learn more about how we're leveraging the platform of influencers like yourself to change the negative narrative of Black America. The majority of my background is in athletics. I have coached basketball at every level. My most notable position was as an assistant coach in the NBA G League on the staff of Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman. Coach Lieberman is the first woman to be a head coach of an NBA affiliated team, so I was very honored to take part in making history. And I'm very honored for this opportunity to speak with you today. As I was preparing my presentation for the summit, I went back and watched some of the event footage from 2018. And lo and behold, the very topic I will address today was addressed then. The panel discussed the concerns that student athletes had in using their platform to speak out against racial and social injustices. The overtone of the conversation was when Colin Kaepernick used his platform to kneel during the national anthem. And I sat there listening to the students, coaches, and moderator, and I was like, 2 years later, we're still in the same space. But how is it different now? So I started comparing movements from Trayvon Martin, Hoodies and Skittles, Eric Garner, I Can't Breathe, Colin Kaepernick, The Flag, and George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Black Lives Matter. And I've come to the conclusion that we are different now. Progress is gradually being made and that we are waking up to our power to say enough. But we must continue. We must keep applying pressure. How many of you did something publicly in support of Black Lives Matter movement? Post on social media, shared your personal story, marched. At any point in that moment, did you pause and ask yourself, is this a violation? Can I lose my scholarship or position with the team? Were you worried about any backlash for speaking out? These are important questions to consider because if you do not fully understand how to navigate the system, you jeopardize losing your athletic scholarship, athletic platform, and privileges, thereby diluting your power to push for change. And if there are barriers that are in place that limit or silence your voice, like team contracts or social media agreements, use your resources, your platform, to develop strong allies to help create and present a sound proposal to lobby for change. Attending college is a big deal, and playing ball in college is an even bigger deal. When I played, I was like a celebrity with my family and in my community, just because I played college ball. Your presence has power. All of you are tomorrow's leaders, all of you. Pursuing a higher education automatically moves you up to the front. And in a leadership role, as I'm sure many of you have served as team captains, you understand that the expectations of a leader are higher. So how do we leverage our platform without compromising present and future opportunities? Because there is a lot at stake when you take a stand. Not only do you have to manage campus relations with your coaches, teammates, the athletic department, and administration, but also community and career relations, which means sometimes you can't say or post certain things. You have to take a more diplomatic approach, but that is okay. This is still effective and this is still progress. We need you to stay in your lane and focus on obtaining positions of power so we can ensure the follow-through. Many promises have been made, but our society has mastered the process of waiting us out, waiting for the hype to die down, waiting for us to get tired, waiting for things to get back to normal. And then they quietly phase out without fulfilling their promises for better, for change. Having a seat at the table matters, even if you are the only one. Everybody has to do their part and play their role, just like on a team. We don't need everybody trying to play the same position. We can't win like that. Some will march, some will run for office, some will become CEOs, athletic directors, conference commissioners, and some will advance technology. Determine where your gifts and talents best fit and lock in to be the change agent in that arena. I was on a hiring committee recently, and there was a highly qualified Black candidate that was being overlooked. But because I had a seat at the table, I was able to advocate for this candidate to make sure they at least had an interview. Long story short, the candidate ended up being the #1 choice for the position. So your presence matters. Now, let me sum this up for you. Am I telling you not to speak out, not to organize? No, no, no. You must not silence your voice and the strength of your influence. What I am telling you in my 5 points is to, #1, combine emotion with intellect. Impactful social justice work needs to utilize both to drive change. #2, always be 10 steps ahead. We are playing chess, not checkers. The powers that be have a track record of creating barriers when they see us coming. Learn when to move in silence. #3, ask yourself these questions before you post, comment, or act. Why? How will it be perceived? What is the end goal? And will it bring people together? You cannot impact those that you insult. And great leaders bring people together. We must have allies. Black Americans make up 13% of the population, and that is rapidly declining due to things such as imprisonment, poor health care, high murder, and birth mortality rates, just to name a few. #4, know why you believe what you believe and be ready to defend it. People will challenge you, and you must present facts with your experience to maintain credibility. #5, be ready to clap back and even call people out using an intellectual response. In our everyday lives, we experience microaggressions that need to be addressed. Before I close, I'm going to play a short video featuring University of football player Charles Snowden that speaks directly to where you are. Let's check it out.
Dear athlete activists, thank you for giving me my voice, giving me the courage to speak up for what I believe in. I love playing football, and I've always loved speaking up for what I believe to be is right. But growing up, I often thought it wasn't possible to do both. You have shown me that it is. From Tommy Smith and John Carlos at the Olympic Games, to Bill Russell, to Muhammad Ali, Mohammed Abdul-Rauf, displaying your Islamic prayer during the national anthem in 1996, doing nothing but simply praying to your God during the national anthem to protest the oppression within America. Your sacrifice, it cost you millions of dollars, but it inspires people to this day, especially me. I will never forget the day you came and spoke to the University of Virginia. Your message of standing on one's principles, no matter the cost. I thank the more recent athletes. Colin Kaepernick, kneeling in the NFL, villainized by the league at the time, now hailed as a hero, inspiring me to kneel at my high school. Megan Rapinoe, kneeling while being a member of Team USA. Team USA. That is so incredibly powerful to me. The WNBA, being at the forefront of all social justice battles. Maya Moore, who sacrificed years of her career to help an innocent man out of prison. Once again, making a statement, standing on one's own principles. Finally, my biggest inspiration, LeBron James. LeBron showing leadership on and off the court. That combination of making very loud statements, often unpopular statements, while also making change in the community that you want to see, takes my words away. And it inspires me. My whole life, I've never been one to hold my tongue. I've always spoken up for what I believe in, and I fought for what I believed in. But I'd never had a platform or career to consider until recently. I didn't know if it was possible to do both. However, you all show me that it very much so is. There's a quote that I like to live by. Man will never know what he is truly capable of until he has taken on more than he can handle. You all are the perfect embodiment of that quote, and that is something that I aspire to be like as well. To be at the top of your sport and continue to make change in your community, that's all I've ever wanted to do. I definitely do not have the answers for everything, nor do I assume you do either. But I know myself and millions of others will continue to follow your lead. We'll continue to try as hard as we can in multiple fields for the betterment of everyone. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Sincerely yours, Charles Snowden.
As I close, I leave you with this. Know your opponent by studying your scouting report. And know what offensive and defensive strategies to implement to win the game, which all relates to know your university policies and expectations, know your administration, know your athletic department, and then create your plan, prepare and practice, and last but not least, perform. Now let's go. Thank you.